We were quite taken with this Android tablet during our hands-on time with it at this year's MWC in Barcelona, and now, thanks to a rush shipping job from Negri Electronics, we have one here in our Boston offices. It was in Hong Kong last night, it's in Boston today, so let's get to unboxing it. I'm Michael Fisher, this is Pocketnow, and this is our unboxing of the Sony Xperia Tablet Z. Well, it has definitely been a little while since we've unboxed a tablet. This takes up a whole lot of the frame because this is a large 10-inch tablet. So let's have a look. Let's see if we can fight the glare of our overhead lighting here. This is the front cover with the device front and center. Obviously, we'll get to that in a second. Take it out of the frame, flip it on over, and we can see what Sony is trying to highlight here. On the packaging, we've got callouts for a whole bunch of stuff. Their Opti-Contrast panel, which is a 10.1-inch display, which we'll see in a second. Front surround, certified for PlayStation, of course. The Bravia, mobile Bravia engine. Android, XMOR, Wi-Fi, all the HDMI out, and all the kind of stuff that we're used to. Our NFC logo. USB, HD, 8-megapixel camera, and a quad-core 1.5 gigahertz processor. That's a Snapdragon S4 Pro, if you're interested. And we know it's a special moment when you first penetrate the packaging, so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and slice this open somewhat roughly there. And there we are. We are now clear to lift the box lid. And there she is, the device having arrived intact, front and center in the packaging. Wrapped in a very elaborate bit of plastic sheeting here. We'll go ahead and put the device aside and give you a look at what's in the box. This is obviously not a US power adapter, but Negri was kind enough to give us an adapter in the box so we can charge the device. That's nice. Here is a very standard micro USB cable. And since it would seem the documentation is the only thing left in here, let's just go through it very quickly. We have what looks like a user guide here, a specification sheet, and a tight shot on those specs for those interested in what's under the hood. We have model name and number. Operating system is obviously Android. There's that Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 Pro we talked about before, backed up by 2 gigs of RAM we can see. 10.1-inch display like we said before. Storage options 16 or 32 gigs. And here we have startup guides in many different languages. And finally, some special offers and Xperia Care for your warranty support. And that is all there is to it. Coming back to the device, let's see if we can take this out of its protective packaging. As far as the hardware goes, this is a 495-gram device. It actually feels a lot lighter, and probably a lot of that has to do with the fact that it is ridiculously slim. 6.9 millimeters, I think just a hair thinner than the iPad mini, which is outrageously thin. Definitely feels lighter than it actually is on paper, folks. This is quite something to hold. Completely unrehearsed observation there. Looks like the back cover is not protected by a sheet of plastic, so we're going to go ahead and pop off this front one here. Let's see if we can get a nice crisp sound off this. There's a beautiful thing. And there she is. So because of the very reflective front panel, it's tough to get focused there, so we're just going to take a look at the device on the outside here. There's our 8-megapixel shooter up top, NFC logo called out down below, and just the Xperia branding on the back. Otherwise, this is just a solid, very soft plate of back O tablet. Coming around to the side here, we can see there's nothing going on the right side, nothing going on the top. But on the left-hand side here, we have ports for headphone, power button, volume up, volume down, some, I think, charging connectors there, as well as the side-mounted speaker. Notice all of this is without too many penetrations in the casing because the Tablet Z is water-resistant, which is an amazing and very, very unique touch. And folks, just to wrap up the unboxing, we're going to go ahead and give the Xperia Tablet Z its first boot. We're pressing and holding, and hopefully we've got some battery charge in here. Boom. Well, we've got enough to show us the Sony logo, so that's a good thing. Look at that. Sony is no stranger to displaying some rather intense colors on its tablets. We definitely remember, I think, this wallpaper from MWC Really, really popping here in the booth. You can swipe up or down to unlock. And here is our initial setup screen. Going to be taking a much closer look at this tablet in the next few hours, folks, but for now, that's what it's like to take the Xperia Tablet Z out of the box. Folks, we're going to spend some time today getting to know the Tablet Z here in the Boston offices, and we'll be back with some in-depth first impressions in just a few hours. So stay tuned to Pocketnow for that, and also stay tuned for some more unboxing action. It's going to be a busy day, a busy weekend, a busy week as always at Pocketnow. Follow us on our social media feeds. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Leave us a comment if you have some feedback. And thank you for watching. We'll see you very soon.